Yo, what is up, degenerates? It's your boy Hodlnomics, aka Crypto Sancho, in the house, and I hope you guys are having a wonderful evening, lunchtime, morning, wherever you're at, wherever you're watching this. I hope it is wonderful because I've got a couple wonderful updates for us on Pulsechain, as well as my favorite token on the chain, PRS, Pulse Reflections. But yeah, exciting stuff going on. Richard Hart finally came out of his hole, and it looks like he's starting to do some of the stuff that the community has been waiting for. So if you watch my last video, you can just go to the videos, you can check it out. I'll explain much more about why I'm bullish on this chain, but long story short, it is hands down the coolest new crypto ecosystem that is in existence. Basically, I mean, there's lots of reasons. Watch the other video, but one of the reasons that I said was that Richard Hart is going to basically be recruiting a lot of people from Ethereum because when he launched the chain, it was a fork of the whole Ethereum network. So if you had tokens on ETH, you also have a free Pulse version of those tokens sitting on Pulse chain, like literally just waiting for you. So it's going to be a great way to onboard new people. And we've kind of been like I said, we've been waiting for Richard Hart to start doing that. And it like he literally just did. This tweet came out about 2 hours ago. And as you can see, the token's already pumped up about 22% in 2 hours on $4.9 million in liquidity. So that's like really good. There's been a lot of transactions the past hour, 236,000 in volume. So it's mooning. So what did he say? Bitcoin, you have a free airdrop waiting for you. The market cap of your free coins is 7.3 million currently. Click around to figure out the future of finance. Then he goes down to say, as usual, you don't understand what's really going on. 30% of the wrap BTC on Pulse chain is in Pulse X liquidity, and that is super facts. If you go to the wrap BTC, this contract on the Pulse chain scanner, you can see right here. I'll blow this up for you. In the LP, there's 26%. When he made this tweet, there's probably more in there, but since then, people have been buying the token, so pulling the wrap BTC out and putting more PLS in. But still, I mean, these numbers are absolutely insane. 9.2 million total market cap, 4.9 million in liquidity, on top of free stuff on this chain. This is absolutely going to be something that is a great tool to bring people on the chain, and everybody's excited that he's doing this. So he also says, finally remember that wrap BTC has an admin key at BitGo. So there's counterparty risk. They're holding keys of about 5 billion in BTC so far, says Etherscan. So that's a little bit crazy. But yeah, this is just great news for Pulse Chain. As I mentioned a little bit earlier, Richard Hart has kind of been quiet since everything has launched. And this is now he's finally, coming out, and him doing this is a great sign for things moving forward. There's also a really good chance that he's going to start opening some of these, like these free P tokens is what I call them. He's going to start opening up liquidity pairs for them, which is also going to be something that helps really send it to a different level. So told y'all a couple weeks ago to front run it. It's been kind of ranging in that same price, but obviously, like I said, especially if he starts doing liquidity pools, things are going to get crazy. We actually had somebody in here literally not long ago ape like $32,000. Yeah, $32,000 right here. I don't know if you guys can see that. Absolutely monstrous. So yeah, guys, look into that. I mean, if you haven't looked at Pulse Chain, check it out. The fact that Richard Hart is getting active is a really, really good sign for the chain. But I also want to talk about Pulse Reflections. Hands down my favorite token on the chain. And the main reason I really like it is because it's really a decentralized community project, and just the way the tokenomics are is honestly just fantastic. Talked a little bit about it in my prior video, but want to go over it again as well for you. Here's the chart right now. I told you guys I'm not going to be shilling stuff that's near tops or anything. I do think that this is another good entry price for this token. I can't guarantee that. As always, do your own research, check it out, try to find your entry. But this is definitely something you want to have on your radar. First of all, it's deflationary, right? A lot of the tokens that we've seen in the past, Safe Moon, there's some tokens that are on Pulse Chain. I don't want to FUD any projects or anything, but a lot of them are all inflationary, and they gave reflections models a bad name because with Safe Moon, you were earning more Safe Moon, right? You just hold Safe Moon, you hold Safe Moon. So that increases the supply over time, the circulating supply, and it just creates sell pressure, right? And so obviously nothing lasts forever, but with Pulse Reflections, there's a burn mechanism. So you earn Pulse, you don't earn Pulse Reflections token. So you buy Pulse Reflections token, you earn PLS, which would be like earning ETH or BNB or AVAX, one of the gas tokens. So it's not giving people more supply of PRS, which puts that sell pressure on, or it's not they're not getting supply of Pulse Reflections, which puts more sell pressure. They're getting PRS or Pulsechain, right? PLS, PRS, a little confusing, but it's not that. It's not inflationary. It's actually deflationary, right? So you're with that. There's actually, let me go pull this up. There, about 5% of the transactions have already been burnt, or 5% of the total supply. So you can see here, yeah, here's the burn wallet. 5%, more than 5% has already been burnt in less than a couple of weeks. As the volume starts to pick up on this, that burn rate is going to get even crazier. So, I mean, yeah, like I just got to mention the tokenomics on this are supreme. And I've actually run projects. I've worked with really, really good devs. They could not figure out how to do a system that rewarded with, we were doing a Binance project. They could not figure out how to do, rewards in Binance, right? Like I've done talks with these people. It's very, very difficult to build a smart contract that works like this. So these people are very, very good. They're very, very confident. And the other thing too, I mentioned earlier, it's a community run project. And so that's just a beautiful thing because it essentially, it dodges the SEC, one, and it also doesn't rely on one single party to pump it up, right? Which I've been a dev before. I can tell you that is exhausting. It is a lot of work, and it's very, very stressful. So when you're in the limelight, you have to be that guy that pumps stuff. It's a lot harder than people think. It can be done. There's obviously lots of right ways to do it, but I personally like, leaving it more up to the community, not just one singular person to burn them out. And what's been great about the Pulse Reflections community, by the way, I'm actually an admin. They made me an admin in there just because I was so hyped about the project. So I'm now an admin. But the community has now started a marketing wallet. It's just a donations marketing wallet. They're going to start doing some marketing, some Twitter pushes, all sorts of stuff. So they've gotten all of this far here really quick with pretty much no marketing, very little community. There's been excellent people in the community, but it's a small community, only 300 people in Telegram, and it's done some numbers already. And again, it looks like we're getting ready for another leg up right here. The other thing too, it looks like they're doing is it looks like they're starting to do new chats where they'll invite new projects in to come speak, and it's just going to be a really good sounding board for the community to get together. The fact that this really is community run, this is something that I think a lot of Pulsechain people can get behind because this really goes with the Hex ethos. The Hex ethos is all about decentralization, not just having one person control your stuff. It's a community effort. And these guys really, really are exemplifying that. And it's been great. So one of the things that the community is trying to do is buy an audit, right? I'm pretty good with code and EVM. I'm not a pro, but I've reviewed all the main stuff that projects will typically rug on, right? And the thing with this one is this is a reflections contract. I'm just being fully honest with you. I'm, taking a risk. You want to be in before some of these audits and stuff get in for the real gains. But where the reflection side of things are, that's where I lose a little bit of my expertise. That's where it goes out of my expertise. But again, the community is in the works right now to pay for an audit, which is awesome, which the dev has said he has no problems with, which is great. And by the way, the only reason the dev isn't doing it is because he thinks that we can wait for Pulse Police, which is another kind of call group project on Pulsechain where they basically do reviews for free. And he said there's no problem waiting for that. However, the community is just ready to get going. They want to do stuff. So it looks like they're willing to pay for an audit on their own, which will help amplify further marketing efforts. I do know that there's other YouTubers who were on their radar. They do want to chat with us. They just want to check out some more stuff. So I'm really, really excited about this. Again, do your own research, check stuff out, go look at the contract. It is fully renounced. You can, if you check on the main stuff, they can't increase taxes, they can't increase supply, they can't batch transfer, they can't lock the project. I mean, everything is fully, the contract's been renounced, and the only thing that the devs can do, from what I have seen, again, I'm not an auditor, is just change the reflections payout threshold, right? Which there's a threshold. The way that the reflections work is once there's enough PLS or PRS in a pot, they'll sell a little bit. It's a very, very small out, convert it to PRS, and then they'll move that out to everybody's wallet type of situation, or convert it to PLS, and then they'll move it out to everybody's wallet type of situation. So again, really good model. I really, really like it. I love the fact that it's decentralized, that the community is running it. There's a burn mechanism while you're earning the gas token on the backside. I just think that's absolutely brilliant. And I'm very confident that the fact that the devs were okay with us getting an audit, they weren't hiding anything. Again, just the only reason that they did, and honestly, the devs might have even contributed to the marketing wallet, right? Which would make a little bit of sense. But it's all community run, and so it's SEC safe. Again, I cannot talk about this project enough, at least at this entry for sure. I wanted to make a video up here, try to get it to another level, but I'm not going to do that to you guys. I definitely want to make sure that it is, at a good entry as best as I can. However, I want you to decide that. Don't be listening to me, because I'm not perfect. I'm just a random guy on the internet trying to pump my own bags. As always, none of this financial advice. Do your own research, check it out, yada yada. You know the game. But anyways, that's it for today, guys. Check it out. We got Pulsechain ripping. We've got Pulse Reflections ripping. It's going to be absolutely glorious. Actually, Pulse Reflections is ripping. Check it out, up 35% in the last couple of hours. This is kind of when all the community stuff started going on with the wallet and different ideas to bring other communities in. So yeah, it's going to be exciting. I would definitely try to front run this herd as well as the Pulsechain herd, because once people start coming on to Pulsechain, some of these micros and these alts are going to go absolutely ballistic. So anyways, guys, that's what I got for y'all today. Thank you very much. Much love. Have a good one.